My friends, Synergy Theater and Freestyle Repertory Theater present Right Away. It's a show. It's a jam. It's the best of both worlds. And now, please welcome your hosts to the show, Coppett and Ken Adams. Well, hello, Kat.
Hello, Ken. How you doing? Welcome everyone to Right Away. I am in fact Kat Coppett, currently of the Mopco Improv Theater in Schenectady, New York, erstwhile of Freestyle Repertory Theater, and also currently of Synergy Theater. Isn't that right, Ken?
That is right, and that is my honor. And I'm Ken Adams, Artistic Director of Synergy Theater here in Walnut Creek, California.
Tonight's show, Right Away, is a co-production of Synergy Theater and Freestyle Repertory Theater, two improvisational theater companies. And right now, those companies are working on both sides of the coasts, of the opposite coasts of the United States of America. But back in the early days of improv, we were all, several of us together in New York City working in person. And now we get to do that again.
Let me tell everybody how our evening is going to work tonight. We have 5 awesome playwrights, and those 5 playwrights will each have 45 minutes exactly to write a brand new play. And each of those plays are going to be based on suggestions from our audience. While those playwrights are away writing, Kat will tell us what will happen in the meantime.
Well, while they are writing, the audience will not just be throwing them suggestions from time to time. They will also be writing too. They will play improv and writing games. So we recommend that you all in our audience here in the Zoom room get a paper and a pencil ready. And then after 45 minutes, the playwrights will return and present the world premiere of their works.
Now, before we introduce tonight's playwrights, we have just a few things to go over. For those of you who are participating with us right here via Zoom, we ask that you keep yourself muted and your video off for now. There will be times later during our interactive jam when we invite you to come on screen and participate. But for now, please keep your camera off and your mic on mute. Another reminder that tonight's event is being live streamed via YouTube and Facebook. So if you do come on screen with us during the jam portion of our show, it is very possible that you will be live streamed out there on the internet. If you are not interested in having that happen, then just keep your microphone and your video off. You'll be able to go ahead and participate that way without any problem. May we also suggest, to see things best, that you go ahead and you select an option which is called Hide Non-Video Participants. So let me help you figure out how to do that. If you take your cursor and you bring it down to the lower left-hand corner of your screen where you see the camera icon, click on the caret right next to it, and then go over to Video Settings. Click on Video Settings and scroll down, you'll see an option called Hide Non-Video Participants. Go ahead and check that. And that way, when there are only certain people whose faces you're supposed to be seeing, that's who you'll see. Let's see, also, we invite you to open up your chat feature, as we will be using the chat feature here on Zoom in order to get your suggestions to inspire our playwrights. Roy Severon is saying, I don't have a carrot. Do you have a stick? No, that was just a joke. If you go down to the stop video icon, right next to it, there's that little triangle. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
I don't have it.
If you're on a phone or an iPad, you might not have exactly the same controls. And so
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Sorry about that. You can kind of look around and see if there's. So in the meantime, however you are looking at us, we would love you to meet tonight's playwrights. So let's get started introducing them to you. Our first playwright is the Artistic Director of Freestyle Repertory Theater, Ms. Laura Livingston. She directs scripted plays in New York City, and she's written a series of scripted plays responding to the classic works of American literature, which has been produced in New York City at the Metropolitan Playhouse. Laura, welcome, and would you let us know a little bit more about Freestyle Repertory Theater?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, we've been around starting out as
theater sports in New York since 1983. We've been producing in New York City for about the last 10 years or so. We have focused almost entirely on children in schools and their families. And that's why I have this big yes behind me. Even online now these days, we've been teaching improv online, and we had a bunch of kindergartners here in our living room. Virtually.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for hosting us in your living room this evening.
It's great to have you here.
All right. Our next playwright is Mr. Michael Durkin. Let's welcome Mike to the screen. Mike is a founder of Freestyle Repertory Theater and its executive director. He's also a teacher and performer, and he has developed and appeared in Freestyle's Repertory's theater's video series, Home Fooling. He also works in New York City as a scripted actor, and he is my personal friend and one of the loves of my life. Hello, Mike. It is so nice to see you.
And thank you. And thank you for that Valentine. That was very, very touching. Thank you, buddy. Hey, I'm glad you mentioned Home Fooling.
Yeah, tell us about it.
It's a series of real short videos for kids to kind of understand, learn different improv games, and then play them with each other and play them with their family. You learn them, and then you get off the screen, get off the computer, and then work with your family and your friends. And it's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Awesome job. All right, Mike, break a leg and have fun tonight.
Thank you, buddy.
Our next playwright is Ms. Heather Adams. She is a junior at American University studying musical theater. She is an aspiring she is not an aspiring playwright. She is a playwright and the founder of American University's Quills and Caves, which is a student theater group designed to be the home for student-written theater at American University. She is also the love of Ken Adams' life. Ms. Heather Adams, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
What is Quills and Capes working on currently?
We just got finished with the project. We had a New Works Festival from 2 new playwrights that developed plays working with people in our organization. And we had a Zoom show and it went really well.
Congratulations. Well,
thank you.
Thank you for being here.
All right. Our next playwright is Emmy Layborn. Let's welcome Emmy to the screen. Emmy is the author of 6 award-winning international best-selling young adult novels, and as it turns out, she's launching a new comedy podcast next week. It's called Workplace Comedy Podcast, and Emmy has given us a special promotion for Right Away participants only. If you subscribe to the podcast on Apple today, Emmy Layborn will be your best friend forever. So that's a deal you're only going to get here. Emmy, how many people have you now promised to be the best friend of forever?
This is an exclusive to Freestyle Repertory Theater and Synergy Theater. I don't just go throwing this around. I mean, I have some best friends, but I have room for up to 20 more. Wow. And so come on in, guys.
All right. Well, there's only 20 left, and I'm going to get that podcast right now. So only 19 left in a couple of minutes. Emmy, thank you so much for being here. Have fun. Break a leg. We'll see you later.
Thanks.
Next, we have Mr. Byron Lane. Byron Lane wrote the play Tilda Swinton Answers an Ad on Craigslist, which has sold out runs in New York, London, and the Edinburgh Fringe. He is also the author of A Star is Bored, a novel inspired by the 3 years he was the personal assistant to actress Carrie Fisher. Welcome, Byron.
Thanks for having me, you guys. Nice to be here.
Thank you for being here. And I know you've already been at work writing all day away at your next novel. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. But listen, nothing tops this. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I can't wait to see what we all do.
Excellent. The return on investment, the sort of ratio of effort to payoff was pretty good with this 45-minute window here. So.
Oh, yeah. It's full of love, full of passion. I can't wait.
Excellent. All right. Ken, those are our playwrights.
Excellent.
Let's bring them all back onto the screen. And audience, we suggest that you open your chat feature if you haven't already done that, because now each playwright is going to ask you for a suggestion to kickstart their play. And when they do, if you have an idea, write it in the chat.
And I suggest we go right in the order in which we introduced everybody, and that will be the order of our plays tonight as well. So, Laura Livingston, will you please kick it off and ask the audience for a suggestion?
I certainly will. It's March 15th today, which I believe is the Ides of March. And so I would like to get something that somebody has actually warned you about. I'd like to get an actual warning you have received.
Awesome.
Type that into the, oh, there we go. Not to eat ice cream too quickly. At first I thought it was in newer versions, it's often in the upper right hand. But that's not really a warning. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm gonna go with not to chew gum in bed.
All right. Excellent job. Thank you very much. Michael Durkin.
Are you aware that there's a song called "Don't Put Your Chewing Gum on the Bedpost Overnight"?
Yes, I
People
am.
know that song? I'll sing it if you want. Here's the deal. Yesterday I was so busy. Packed all day, and I thought, why am I so busy? It's because I lost an hour. So what is something that takes about an hour to do? That's what I'd like. Does your chewing gum music favor on the bedpost overnight? Does your father say don't burn, but you follow it in spite? When you catch it on your
All right,
doorstep,
they're rolling up there.
All right, I'm sorry. All right. Vacuum the house. Vacuum the house. I'm going to take vacuum the house.
All right, thank you very much. Heather Adams.
I'll keep it simple. Can I have a relationship?
A relationship to inspire Heather Adams' play.
Like man and art. That's an interesting relationship.
I'm going to have to take man and aardvark, yes.
Not bacon and scrambled egg.
All right. Say it again. Man and aardvark. Is that what it
Man
was?
and aardvark.
All right. Man and aardvark. All right. Emmy Layborn.
Yes, I would like the suggestion of a mammal and a bird. You can give me both or one or the other.
All right. A mammal and a bird.
How are people so fast? Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna take a cheetah and a puffin.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
That sounds like an hors d'oeuvre.
And finally, Byron Lane.
Here we all are from all over the globe, so I would like something simple, just a location.
All right. A location.
Whoa, here we go. On Dill Pickle Farm. Let's do Dill Pickle Farm.
Pickle farm. There you
I
go.
think for the night, probably. That's a really good one.
All
Pickle
right.
Farm.
Yeah.
Thanks,
before Kat sends you away, let's just go around one more time and remind everybody of our suggestions. I'll say your name, and if you could just quickly call out your suggestion one more time. Laura Livingston.
Don't chew gum in bed.
Michael Durkin.
Vacuum the house.
Heather Adams.
Man and aardvark.
Emmy Layborn.
The cheetah and the puffin.
Byron Lane.
Dill Pickle Farm.
All right, Kat, take them away.
Nice. All right, writers. So we're going to send you away. You have 45 minutes to write. Please keep an eye out for texts and time reminders and thus suggestions that we will be giving you. Whatever you want to write will be right. So on your marks, get set, right away.
All right, and their 45 minutes has begun. And now it is time for our Writer's Jam. So at this point, we would like to invite everybody to please turn on your cameras, turn on your microphones if you want to, and we are going to have some fun together. Hello, everybody. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Celia. Hello, Royce. Hello, Karen. All right, so we are going to spend 45 minutes together doing some fun writing exercises. Hello, Chris Marcel, and hello, Will, and hello, Joy. It is nice to see all of you here. Thank you for being here. Every 10 minutes or so, though, we're going to pause and get a suggestion that we're going to send off to the writers, and they will have to incorporate that suggestion into their plays. So we will keep an eye on the clock. We're going to get started with a little warm up for us. When we improvise on stage out loud, we improvise with what Synergy Theater refers to anyway as the 3 rules of improvisation: be spontaneous, make your partner look good, and build on your partner's ideas. We're going to really focus on that first rule of improv as we write together tonight, which is be spontaneous. And for tonight, that will mean just get your intellect out of the way and allow your subconscious to flow free. So we're going to start. Hello, Anita, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. If everybody has your pen or your pencil and your pad of paper, we're going to start with a warm-up exercise that's just going to get some of the juices flowing, and this is called Finish My Sentences. So I'm going to say the first couple of words of a sentence. When I stop talking, your job is to spontaneously write down the last few words of that sentence. Then a couple of people will volunteer and we'll read them out loud together. I'll repeat the first half and then you'll say the second half and we'll read out all 3 of them. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, last Saturday, I went. Number 2, the thing I love about you is. And number 3, wait a minute, don't. All right, excellent job. Who wants to read their sentences with me? Just raise your hand and I'll know that you want to read with me. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh, it has to be someone or else I'll sing that damn bubblegum song. Chris Marcel, all right, here we go. Last Saturday I went
to church.
The thing I love about you is
when you leave.
Wait a minute, don't
Utter that muffin.
Beautiful job. See how easy it is. All right, who's next? Who wants to read out loud? Deborah, and then Joy right after Deborah. Here we go. Last Saturday I went
swimming with sea turtles.
The thing I love about you is
you are not embarrassed.
Wait a minute, don't
Pop that.
Beautiful job. Thank you very much. Joy, here we go. Last Saturday I went
on a date with George Clooney.
The thing I love about you is
your hands, your big man hands.
Wait a minute, don't
eat the stuffing.
Excellent job. We're off to a fantastic start. Who else would like to read? You see how easy and fun it is. All right. If we don't have anybody wanting to read that, I think we'll do maybe just one more of these, Kat, and then we'll go into the next one, okay? All right, so we are going to do this same exact thing one more time, and exactly the way you're doing it now. Just first thing that pops into your mind, let that flow out onto the pen. So here we go. The dragon approached the village and there in the cupboard, I saw and number 3, holy. All right, excellent job. Who wants to read out their 3 sentences with me? You can do it. You can do it. Someone, I hope, will do it. All right, Karen Harrell, go ahead and turn on your video. Here we go. The dragon approached the village and
burped.
There in the cupboard I saw
a tiny mouse.
Holy
moly.
Excellent job. All right, Will, I think I saw your hand go up there. Go ahead and turn your mic on. Here we go. The dragon approached the village and
whipped out a knife.
There in the cupboard I saw
him.
Holy. I'm so sorry. Holy.
Smoking avocados.
Excellent job. I'm sorry I stepped on your dramatic pause there, Will. I apologize.
It's okay.
All right.
I worked with Durkin.
Who else wants to take us one more of these, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. All right, Celia. The dragon approached the village and
Devastated by fire.
There in the cupboard I saw
The mouse Seymour dancing.
holy.
Patchouli mac and cheese.
Excellent job. We're off and running. Everybody give yourselves a big round of Zoom applause. I'm going to turn things over to Kat Coppett for our next exercise.
All right. So for this exercise, we are going to trick our rational brains into being so busy that they can't censor anything we're writing. And this is how we're going to do it. We are going to count out loud from 50 to 1 backwards, normal integer numbers, 50, 49, 48, 47. Now we're on Zoom, so we're going to try to count in, together, but there's a little bit of a lag. So if you want to keep yourself on mute, that's okay. I will count out loud for you, but if you can count out loud, that's part of the game. So count out loud with me from 50 to 100, and your task is to write whatever comes out as you're counting, simultaneously as you're counting 50 to 100. Your topic is a day at the beach. A day at the beach. It can be a real day at the beach, a made up day at the beach, whatever. I'm inspired by you, Deborah. All right, everybody ready? We're going to start now. 50, 49, 48, 47. Hope you're writing. 46, 45, 44, counting out loud, 43, 42, count out loud, 41,
I can't write.
40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, I'm trusting you to count, 34, even if I can't hear you, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
I want to hear a lot of these.
All right. So who wants to share?
I'll tell you what, though. Let's hang on a moment, because our writers have been writing for 9 minutes already. And that means in 1 minute, we need to give them their first suggestion. Let's get that suggestion. And then, Kat, you can lead some readings, and I'll send them the suggestion.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So let's see. The first suggestion that we're going to ask for, Kat, do you have something, or shall I take the first one?
Go ahead.
Okay, the first suggestion that we're going to give everybody, and they'll have to put it into their play as soon as they get it from us. The first suggestion is they hear something very, very specific from outside the place where they are. So the question is for you folks to put into the chat, what is it that they hear coming from outside? Ooh, okay, great. I saw a wolf howling. That was the first one. So I am going to send them back a note saying that they hear a wolf howling from off screen, from off stage. In the meantime, Kat, if you want to field some people and hear some of these awesome things.
All right. So who would like to share with us first? All right, Karen, let's hear
I'll
it.
give it a shot. I figured once I gave up, it went better, but goodness knows where it went. A star saw me. Last was not a new one. Nail polish was in a new land. Suddenly found me a piece of newt. What a day for me, I screamed.
Yes, beautiful. Excellent, excellent. Who else wants to share? Royce?
No.
No, no. Okay. The yellow square chose you. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Joy?
I went to the beach with my friend Ivan. We got a bucket and filled it with sand to make a sandcastle, but there was no water. The ocean was dry. What happened? The sun had flown to the earth.
Wow, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Excellent. Chris, are you waving at me?
I was doing one hand clapping.
One hand clapping. Would you like to share it just because I'm now talking to you?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I went to the beach, although I don't know why. It used to be a parking lot, something useful, you know? Now it's just sand, kids jumping around. They call this progress.
Nice, nice. I love how different these all are. They're so different. Anyone else feel compelled to, eager to share? Willing? Yes.
Emmy
Sylvia.
Layborn will be your best friend if you do.
Yeah, that's right. Sylvia.
The cat and the dog swam in the water. They almost drowned, but was saved by the turtle and the octopus. They all ate snails for dinner. Seaweed was their best friend. The water is always salty, and they love it.
Nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. Beautiful. I sort of want to, I'm curious how the experience was. I feel like that's as much about the experience as the results. So can I just ask
I
that
couldn't
question?
count.
It didn't count? You
I
didn't
couldn't count.
You couldn't
I
count.
tried several
Yeah,
times, but
yeah.
my writing just went out the window.
Yeah. All right.
I don't
good.
know why.
Well, it's supposed to be hard, right? Where it's a brain fry on purpose. Good. Anything else anyone wants to share about the experience?
Like after about like 25, when I was starting, I was like, okay. I know what I have something. Let me go.
So
You
it's
know,
like,
it's a good like jumping off thing to make you start. But then I felt like I'm just gonna go.
Great.
Felt like with the counting, I couldn't think in sentences. It just was more haiku.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right,
I
Ken,
feel
what
like I
comes?
kept coming back to the numbers. Like it was good that somebody was doing the numbers, but I was like 23, 18, 14. Okay, that's where we are. Great.
I wonder if it is an acquirable skill. Can you practice your way towards doing
It's
this?
kind of like this.
It's like this one, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, great.
Okay, awesome. So this next exercise is called Pop Quiz. And the silly little premise is that you are all students in a school for the extremely intellectually exalted, and you know the answer to every question in the world. You're brilliant, or else you would not be in this selective school. So I am going to ask you questions. We're taking a pop quiz, and your job is just to write down the answer, and you know the answer to everything. These questions, of course, will be ridiculous. There is no truthful human answer. So it's another spontaneity exercise as we're warming up to some more detailed writing exercises. So I ask the question, you write down the answer. I ask the question, you write down the answer. And then like before, we'll go around and we'll share our answers with each other. All right, so here we go. Everybody, pens ready? There will be 10 questions, 10 questions. So stick with me here. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the name of the Queen of the Moon? What is the name of the Queen of the Moon? Question number 2. The Queen has a crown and there is something very special about it. What is special about that Queen's crown? Question number 3. Somebody stole the Queen's crown. Who stole it? Question number 4. Why did they steal it? Why did they steal it? Question number 6. Whatever reason they stole it for, something went wrong. What went wrong? Question number 7. What did the thief say when they discovered it went wrong? Question number 8. What is 1 plus 3? Question number 9. Where is the crown now? And question number 10. What is the best thing to pair with a Merlot? These are thoroughly vetted questions, Kat.
I believe you.
All right, excellent job, excellent job. Thank you very much. We'll read a few of these, but believe it or not, we're only about 4 minutes away from sending them their next suggestion. So Kat, while I field a couple of these, will you at least think of something that we can ask for our next suggestion? Will you come up with what we will ask these people
Yes,
for? All right, very good. All right, who wants to read off some of their answers to their pop quiz with me? Will, here we go, sir. Please, thank you. What is the name of the Queen of the Moon?
Victoria von Somerset.
What is special about her crown?
A live scorpion in a cage to signify her power.
Who stole it?
Her brother.
Why?
Jealousy over not being chosen.
What went wrong with his plan?
The scorpion escaped.
What did he say?
I am killed.
What is 1 plus 3?
90.
Where is the crown now?
Buried here on earth.
What is the best thing to pair with a Merlot?
Pinot Noir.
You have gotten 100%. Every single question was answered exactly right. You are a genius. All right. Thank you. That was so lovely. All right. Who else? Somebody else kindly read out. Chris Marshall. Thank you very much. Chris, what is the name of the Queen of the Moon?
Jane Moon.
What is special about her crown?
It's part of a gas station promotion from 1971.
Who stole it?
Their arch enemy, the Jupiter people.
Why?
As part of Rush for the frat pledges.
What went wrong?
They were caught on video and reported to the Sun.
What did the villain say when they discovered something went wrong?
My incredibly rich dad will get me out of this.
What is 1 plus 3?
Well, it's not 7, which we skipped.
Where is the crown now?
On hiatus from Netflix.
And what is the best thing to pair with a Merlot?
A lonely cheese for whom things have never worked out in life.
Excellent job. 1, 2, 3, 4. We skipped 7. Awesome. Okay, who else would like to read the answers? Oh, by the way, Chris, everything you said was 100% right. You got 100% on the test. Awesome job.
Yeah, I got 10 out of 9.
You also got bonus points for the extra credit of noticing that there was no question numbers.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm more about the Merlot than the math question. That's why that happened. All right, who's got it? Who's next up on the list? All right, we'll go Joy and then Deborah. Joy, here we go. What is the name of the Queen of the Moon?
Lunoxia.
That is correct. What is special about her crown?
It has a moonstone in it surrounded by diamonds.
Who stole it?
Loki.
Why?
Because he's the god of mischief and he doesn't want anyone to have power except him.
What went wrong?
The moonstone is attracted to Lunoxia and went right back to her.
What did Loki say?
A curse upon the daughter of the moon!
What is 1 plus 3?
4, except on the moon where it's dung beetles.
Where is the crown now?
Back with Lunoxia because of the curse of the moonstone.
What is the best thing to pair with a Merlot?
A nice manchego and maybe some toasted wheat crackers.
You got every question exactly correct. That was awesome. Deborah, right? We'll do Deborah, then we'll get a suggestion and send it back. Okay, Kat?
Yep.
All right, Deborah, here we go. What is the name of the Queen of the Moon?
Perigee Luna.
What is special about her crown?
Lizards leaping.
Who stole it?
The woodsman
Why?
to eat the lizards.
What went wrong?
The lizards bit the woodman.
What did the woodman say?
Ha 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 ha.
What is 1 plus 3?
1-3.
Where is the crown now?
Forest floor.
What is the best thing to pair with a Merlot?
Bolognese with a spoon.
Absolutely correct. You got 100%. All right. Awesome job. Let's get them another suggestion, and then we will flip over to another writing exercise as well. If there's anybody who wants to still read the answers to these questions, we can do that. We have some time tonight, so we'll be able to do that. But for now, let's do the suggestion. So, Kat, what are we asking for?
We are asking for one character does something physical to another character. What do
Good
they
job.
do?
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, you people are fast. Okay.
Yeah.
No, we can't do. All right, I'm gonna go with gives them a trombone.
Oh.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Well, everything else just seems like a lawsuit waiting to happen, and I'm not
Right?
willing to. I'm not willing to go there.
Definitely, there are a couple of these that we should skip.
Gives them a trombone, and I'm going to assume that is literal. So that is the suggestion I'm going to send back. And then, Kat, you want to take away the next exercise?
All righty, Rue. The next exercise is right here in front of me on the thing that I have in front of me. Yes. Yes. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We are moving to, you are going to create, well, I won't even tell you what you're going to do first. May I have from you some simple sentences? Here's what we need. We need to come up with 4 simple, very short, simple, neutral sentences. Things like, it's Tuesday, or the lamp is on the desk. And you don't have to put them in chat. We can just, we're among ourselves now. We can just say them out loud. So what's I need 4 of these. So
Found a penny.
say it again, Joy.
I found a penny.
I found a penny.
Lights a candle.
He lights a candle. Is that what you said?
Or lights a candle. Yeah,
Lights
it can be he.
He, she, they, whoever.
Yeah, whatever.
Lights a candle. All right. Keep them coming. I need 2 more.
I'm still cooking.
Say again.
That's a
I
nice
am
one.
still cooking.
I am still cooking. And was it Will who had something else? Did you start to say
Oh,
something?
I did. I pitched,
Yes.
that's a nice sunset.
That's a nice sunset.
I just like that you called it. You pitched it.
Yes. Well,
Yeah. All right. So here are our 4 sentences. I will put them into chat for us. I found a penny is the first sentence. He, she, they lights a candle. I am still cooking, and that's a nice sunset. Your task is to write a character monologue, a monologue in the voice of some character that incorporates these 4 sentences in that order, but anywhere in the monologue you want. So the first sentence could be the first sentence, the last sentence could be the last sentence, or they could all be 4 sentences in a row in the middle, but in that order, somehow in this monologue, as they are. And
can you write them in chat?
I'm writing them in chat, yes. So I found a penny is first.
So Kat, I have a question.
Yes.
Is it that I would say, I found a penny, I found a penny, and then I could go on and then use another sentence and then go
Right.
on?
Yep.
Okay, okay.
Just somewhere in your monologue, these sentences will appear. And how much time are we going to give them, Ken?
Well, how about if they are able to write for 3 full minutes? Does that sound fair?
That sounds fair. So doesn't have to be good, doesn't have to be long. 3 full minutes.
All right, ready and go.
I used to have that back.
"90 seconds remaining."
I think about 30
30,
seconds.
yes,
Finish up.
thank you. 30 seconds. All right, everybody. Oh my goodness, I gave you 15 seconds too much there. Everybody strike out the last 15, or you could take out any 15 seconds of your writing. Just no, don't do that. I'm just.
So Ken,
Yes.
what if
All
we
right.
get another suggestion and then we can read some of the monologues that we wrote?
All right, excellent job. So let's say that one of the characters in their plays is going to have to recite a poem, an original poem. What is the topic of that original poem? So they will get a suggestion, which is a character recites an original poem about Okay, well, I saw green beans as the first one. So I'm going to send them back the suggestion that a character will recite an original poem about green beans. And Kat, take away the reading.
All right, so who would like to share their monologue with our 4 sentences? Deborah.
I found a penny, even though it was very dark inside. He lit a candle. I was grateful because I'm still cooking and must finish soon because dinner on the deck awaits with Merlot. That's a nice sunset.
Oh, lovely. Just sounds just like your life, the way I imagine it. Great. Who else wants to share? Celia.
I found a penny that reminded me of the color of my father's face. He lights a candle for the memory of my mother on the anniversary of her death. Afterwards, we come home and cook her favorite dish, but my brother wanted to use the stove, and I said to him, I am still cooking. Afterwards, we ate our meal, drank wine, and looking at the sunset, father said, that's a nice sunset.
Oh, these are so beautiful. Yeah, who else? I saw Joy and then Will.
I was outside the synagogue yesterday after services and I found a penny. 1964. I couldn't help but think of David. I went back inside and spoke to the rabbi. Sometimes the world gives us signs that people up there are thinking of us. That's what the rabbi told me. He lit a candle for David. He's not here anymore, but I am. I'm still cooking. I'm still here taking it all in. I can see what the world still has to offer me, like that's a nice sunset. David would have liked that. David can still see the sunset somewhere, I think. He just can't have coffee with me and enjoy it.
That's nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Will?
My head was hanging pretty low due to another dumb decision, but maybe my luck was looking up because I just found a penny. I kissed it and ran to St. Anthony's, where I lit a candle and put the penny in the donation jar. I accidentally knocked over a candle and caught the curtains on fire. I doused them in some holy water, and as I did, I noticed the communion wafers. I hadn't eaten in quite a while, so I realized maybe I am in luck. I'm still cooking when the fire trucks arrive. Anyway, this has been a nice sunset. Maybe my luck is changing.
Great, great. Great.
Good.
Anyone else? Yeah, Chris.
So I found a penny, and when I straightened up, I see this bear through a window who's eaten 3 bowls of porridge and looks like he's hungry for more. And get this, he lights a candle, takes out his phone, and while he's eating their honey, he plays a live jazz recording, I Am Still Cooking, Dexter Fowler live at the Ink Spot, which I know and love because of its hit song, That's a Nice Sunset, which, as you know, is a jazz standard. I didn't even know bears like jazz anymore.
Beautiful, beautiful. Great. Going once, going twice. Anyone else? Fantastic. Those were brilliant. I love it.
All right. Shall we move on to our next one?
I think we should.
All right. So this will be our, let's see, this is going to be our final exercise. So I think we could do the writing part, then we'll get a suggestion, then we'll read.
Yes.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'll set this up nice and slowly, but this will give you a chance to, we still want to stay spontaneous, but this will give you a chance to really settle in and write for a few minutes. So maybe you could write for 5 or 6 minutes or so, nice and relaxed, but still spontaneous. And the first thing I need from the group to help get this started are 3 different moods. So like, you know what writers need to do when they are describing a scene, they need to set the mood, right? So what is an example of a mood that a writer might set? Go ahead and type that into. Okay, so we have sultry, rueful, and let's see, I'll tell you what, I'm looking at grumpy there, but we'll take grumpy and we'll make that morose. Morose. Sultry, rueful, and morose. So if your last name begins with the letter A through H, you are creating a sultry mood. If your last name begins with I through O, you are creating a rueful mood, whatever that word means to you. And if your last name begins with the letter P through Z, you are creating a morose mood. Now, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you a picture. You'll be able to look at that picture while you're writing, and your job is to describe that picture. And you have to describe it accurately. You can't make up things that aren't there literally. You can only describe what you see. But your task is to describe it in such a way as to create that mood that you are assigned. Does that make sense? Yeah? All right, I'm going to assume it does. So here we go. Here, I'm going to bring up the picture, and as soon as you see the picture, replace the virtual background that I have there. Just start describing what you see and do so in a way that creates that mood.
We don't see anything different.
I'm sorry, I'm coming. Forgive me, this is,
We do get to see a cute puppy dog, though.
yeah, okay, forgive me, everybody. It'll take me 1 minute to Okay, so I'm so sorry about that. Here we go.
We could just describe a theater. Ooh, ooh.
All right, there you go. If people want to quickly turn off their video, that will leave only that up on screen and everybody can see it nice and big. And let's say you have 5 minutes to write. Royce, would you kindly turn your video off? Thank you, there you go.
We're describing a place or we're describing something that happened there?
You're describing exactly what you see.
Got it.
You're just describing what you see, but in such a way as to create that mood. Two minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining. One minute remaining. All right, everybody, come on back. Come on back. Excellent job. All right, everybody, come on back on screen. Now, we have to work quick here before we read. The playwrights have only 4 minutes remaining. So just call this out verbally. We want to give them one more suggestion. Other than somebody dying, we've done that already. Other than somebody dying, what's the last thing you expect to happen just 3 minutes before the end of a play?
Someone giving birth.
Someone gives birth. Excellent job. All right. And Kat, while I'm typing that into them, can you please offer some people the opportunity to read? And you know what? I'll put the thing back up there so we can listen. Well, no, that'll be. I'll change my background so you can see it. But keep your videos up so we can see each other. All right.
All right. Who's claiming first spot? Tell us your adjective. And then, or maybe just read to us and we can tell you the adjective.
There you go. I'll go.
Thanks, Lisa.
If it's okay, yeah. Alone. Paint ruined by the sorrow that had been born within its walls. All of them gone now, decades earlier. First, the children, flung by despair and landed throughout the surrounding states in various states of disintegration. Then him, the one they all ran from. Finally, there had only been her, the bent woman who had started so full of hope.
Wow, beautiful.
Lovely.
We're going to bring our writers back in 2.5 minutes. Who else would like to read? Thank you, Celia.
Okay. The languished house sits on the corner of the hill, as if one wrong stomp on its wooden floors would send it rolling down the sandy brown hill. The black roof covered the white skin of the sideboards as if to keep them warm, and the house's doors protected.
Beautiful job. Well, we omitted to see if what the mood was that we got. Let's go back to Lisa's for a second. Does it one quick guess as to what the mood is she was going for?
Morose.
Lisa, what was? Oh, we could tell by their last names, can't we? I bet you were going for sultry, weren't you, Francis?
Yes.
All right. Oh my goodness, we have 1.5 minutes before we bring them back. Who else would like to read? Thank you, Deborah.
Amber skies show the warmth of the evening, hot even now. From our perch on the porch, we gaze on the undulating lands below, softly retreating below. Leaning on the banister, my mint julep chills my hands as I think where to put them next.
Oh.
Beautiful. We have 1 minute. Let's hear some more. Who's going to read? We have 1 minute. Karen Harrell, thank you.
All right, I'll go for it.
All right,
It was.
this will be our final reading, and then we'll all come back.
I'll be fast. I had sultry. The house stood tall on the hill. She overlooked the valley with a knowing eye. The intricate woodwork crowned her roof line. The delicate lacy curtains hung lazily and moved slowly in the gentle breeze. The grass surrounding the house moved rhythmically.
Wow, beautiful job. Thank you. All right, everybody. Thank you for participating in our jam. Everybody give yourselves a big Zoom round of applause. You are all awesome. And that was marvelous. And you're all very talented too. So thank you for being here. All right. And now it is time to bring our writers back. 45 minutes have passed. I just texted them, come back. They never come back as soon as that first text goes out. So I texted them again, and now I'm doing it in all caps. And it is time for our writers to come back.
This last one sent a cone back, so they may have to go out for ice cream.
Oh, no. Hello, all right, Byron is back. Byron was the first one back, he wins. Heather Adams is the second one back, she wins second place. Everybody come on back. All right, how was it, Byron?
Oh, it was so exciting. I should have given myself a little bit more time to reread it one more time before we send it on, but we'll see what happens, right? This is excitement.
We sure will. All right, at this point, may I please ask all of our audience members to kindly once again turn off their videos and turn off their microphones, put that on mute. We're going to bring our playwrights back, and let me tell everybody what's going to happen here. We are about to go into a 10-minute intermission where we're still waiting for two of our playwrights to come on back. Emmy, Mike Durkin, Emmy Layborn, come on back. We're going to go into a 10-minute intermission. During that intermission, our playwrights are going to email their scripts to the ensemble that you see on screen in front of you with casting. We're going to cast the plays amongst ourselves here. Then in 10 minutes, we're going to bring everybody back and we're going to present the world debut readings of these plays. So that's going to give our audience a 10-minute break over there. While we are gathering, let me offer a couple of things. One is right in the chat window, I am going to type two web addresses. One of them is freestylrep.org, and the other one is synergytheater.com. And I'm doing that because Freestyle Rep and Synergy Theater are both nonprofit tax-deductible organizations. We always depend upon the generosity of our patrons to help fulfill our artistic missions. If anybody is able to be of help, if you go to those websites, you'll be able to find the Donate Now button. Anything you can give us would be a great big help. The other thing is, Laura or somebody, as I'm talking, could somebody please get, we'll do this again later, but here it is. The Right Away has a Facebook group. It is called Right Away Afterwards, AFTER-WORDS, Right Away Afterwards. If you have attended one of our Right Aways, which you have, if you join that Facebook group, you can talk about writing with everybody who's part of the Right Away community. It's a ton of fun. We share things we're writing, we talk about writing, we pose questions. It's just fun, and it's kind of a real nice selective group of people who have had this experience with us. So, thank you very, very much, Kat. Kat just put it into our chat there. So go to Facebook, join Right Away Afterwards, and be part of our online community. All right, so we are going to send our audience away for 10 minutes. Please come back in 10 minutes. When you do, come back with your camera off and your microphone on mute. And then we are going to present our readings. If you want to hang out and just watch the chaos as we organize ourselves, you are welcome to do that as well. But that 10 minutes begins now.
Woohoo! See you later, everybody.
Well done, Kat. Thank you.
It was fun. Good job, Ken.
Okay, is anybody ready to announce their casting?
I am.
All right, Mike Durkin, please go.
My play is called In a Vacuum. It stars Ken as number 1 and Laura as number 2.
And let's remember that we are going to title our documents Mike's play, Emmy's play, Laura's play, before we email them. Okay, so thank you for that, Michael.
Okay.
Who else is ready?
Byron's ready. Oh, Heather, you go. Heather, you go.
All right, Heather.
If I could have Ken, Dad, could you read The Man, and Emmy, could you please read The Aardvark?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Emmy, are you ready to cast?
I'm so sorry. I got really behind on this.
No worries, no worries.
Go to someone else. I'm almost there.
Take your time. Laura?
Do it, yeah. I would like Kat to read number 1 and Heather to read number 2.
Thank you.
Got it.
Okay,
Byron?
I'm ready.
Oh,
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything anyone said. Oh God, I'm a mess.
That's right. Everything is cool. Everything is cool. No worries at all. Byron, go ahead, please.
Ken, will you read Benny?
Yes.
Uncle Benny. Emmy, will you read Liz? And Michael, will you read Henry?
Okay. I can't find my play.
All right. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. We're all
Okay, I have a large cast.
Okay, we're ready.
Yay!
Byron, you'll be playing Puffy.
Of course.
Laura, you'll be playing Clarice.
Okay.
Kat, you'll be playing Melissa. who may also be called Wolf number 1 at some point. Michael Durkin, you're playing a woman who is called Wolf number 2. And Heather, you have the choice role of Wolf number 3.
Incredible. Looking forward to it.
Great.
Is that everybody? 5 playwrights, right? All right, beautiful job. Email away, my friends.
I'll be right back.
Damn it.
We are live and on the air.
Well, it keeps saying, do I want to view these files later or do I remove the files? So
Regardless, we are live and on the air.
All right. Jeez. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now, I wonder if I was cast in anybody's play.
We should have found a way to say.
Emails for tonight. All right.
I didn't email it to myself.
Reply to all.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. And now put it. Oh, just will you give me a break, please? We're live, though.
We are live. And on the air.
All right. And on the air. Here it comes. Mike's play. Mike's play. Okay. And I'm in Byron's and I'm in Emmy's. Okay. And I think that's it, unless somebody else says something else.
I've done kind of a fun break with tradition here tonight. I actually remembered to attach my script to this. I thought you didn't do that. All right, so I'm in Mike's and I'm in Emmy's. Okay.
And
I'm in Heather's and Byron's. Is that right? Did I miss anyone? Okay.
I am in.
Sorry, I'm having a technical problem printing I had to work in Google Drive. I'm having trouble printing it. Can I share a link with you all?
Yeah.
I'm the guy that almost lost his script. So
Right.
On Google Drive, if you go to File, you should be able to also say Save As or Download as a PDF or something like that.
I know. You know what's happening is I'm trying that and it just says, I'm printing it as a PDF and it just says saving and it's like not happening.
Oh.
Let me try share. I'll try sharing it. No. All right. I'll work on this. I'll get it done.
We're doing fine. We have 5 minutes. Mr. Durkin, did you in fact send yours out?
I did.
I got it.
I got it.
And I have it too. Thank you.
Oh, good. All right, let me see if I can just, I downloaded Byron's, and yet I have no
Could someone tell me if they're able to open what I just sent them?
How did you send it out? As an email, Emmy?
It's in the email chain. It's a Word document. I just want to make
All right, let's see.
I'm looking at him.
I got it. Now I will see if I can open it.
Worked for me.
Great. Awesome.
Worked for me too.
Awesome.
Yep, good and good.
Great.
Wouldn't you know, I'm the bonehead. I don't see it here in my.
Refresh, Mike. Did you refresh?
Oh, I'll refresh. Oh, now Emmy, you just popped up.
Good.
You just popped up. There you are. Okay. All right.
All right. We have 3.5 minutes remaining. I'm stepping away for a moment.
I'd like everybody to listen to how my mind is working. I'll go here, and then I'll go there.
Hey, Byron.
Yo.
How old is Liz?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a good one.
30s.
I could do 30s.
I don't know. Yeah.
Great.
You know, but going into this, Emmy, I was like, I have got to do that thing where I set myself a little time to reread before, just like you suggested, and I didn't give myself enough, and I'm like, oh no.
I had for some reason, the texts weren't just showing up on my phone. And so I had to like every 5 minutes, I was like, have they, no, okay. Do we have it? He's like, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I kind of realize, and I think I'm doing it right now, is that you see me talking to you and smiling and saying hi, don't you?
We sure do.
But what's in front of me is my script. And I'm just making changes. Oh, look, there's a typo.
Oh, yeah. I know. I know.
I'm bullshit.
Don't pick your nose. We're right here. We can see you. You are visible.
I've done the underwear thing one time. Laura was finished having directed a play on Zoom, and they were having a talk back, and I had been in it. And somehow I thought the whole talk back was over, and I kind of walked over and said hi to her, and I was in my my shorts there, and she said, "No, we're still home." So it happens. It happens.
It sure does.
Folks, we are 1.5 minutes away. We are going to be reading the plays in the following order: Laura Livingston, Mike Durkin, Heather Adams, Emmy Layborn, Byron Lane. And when we bring you on, what you'll do is first I will remind everybody of all 4 suggestions that you share in common. Then you remind people of your individual suggestion, and then tell them the name of your play, bring on the cast. When you're the playwright, if you're reading stage directions, stay off screen for that, just be a voiceover. If you're an actor and your character is not on screen yet, keep your camera off and use turning your camera on as like entering the stage, right? And then at the end, the playwrights please say something like blackout or the end or something like that.
Or I didn't have time to write anything more.
I didn't have time to write anything more.
That's
Emmy, Emmy, can you define posh?
Wealthy Manhattanite.
All right, okay.
In this context.
Or I guess once again we're still on, but Brooklyn Heights. Park Slope.
Fifth Avenue. Thank you.
Fifth Avenue.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm going to take away my background because that's not.
All right.
You're very sweet.
You're all reading these plays ahead of time, aren't you? I'm going totally cold.
Kat Coppett, are you ready with to kick off with the script for Act 2? I start actually, but do you have your script? Are you ready to go? Is what I'm asking.
And I am answering you.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said, yes, I am.
All right. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, then. All right, my friends, we are going to start. We are going to trust that you're out there because we're going to ask you to please keep your cameras off and your microphones on mute. And thank you for coming back and welcome back. One more time, let me take a quick moment to mention that the performance of Right Away is brought to you by 2 separate companies that work together, Synergy Theater and Freestyle Repertory Theater. Laura Livingston is the artistic director of Freestyle Repertory Theater. Hey, Laura, you want to remind everybody in a moment or two what Freestyle Repertory Theater is up to nowadays?
Sure, yeah. Right now we're teaching kindergartners and first graders via Zoom doing improv. In New York, they've stayed in their apartments and some of them go to school half the day. And they come to us once a week and do improv with us. That's what we're up to now. And Right Away, that's what we're doing.
And Synergy Theater out here in California, we perform full-length improvised plays online. So if you want to watch us do that, every Thursday at 6:00 p.m. California time and Friday at 7:00 p.m. California time, go to our YouTube channel, Synergy Theater on YouTube, and watch us. We're live and it's free, and we'd love you to be out there. Also, we teach classes. You can find out about that on our website. And like I said before, both Freestyle Rep and Synergy Theater are 501c3 nonprofit organizations. And we always rely on the support of our friends, fans, and family member and patrons to fulfill our missions of building a better world through the art of improvisation. If you can help, we would appreciate your help. Please go to either of our websites or both of our websites, freestylerep.org or synergytheater.com. Click on the donate button. Anything you can offer us would mean a lot to us right now, and we appreciate it very, very much. All right, Kat Coppett.
Well, I also want to thank everyone for participating tonight, for being part of the show, and for taking the creative risks that they were taking, and for contributing to the plays that we're about to hear for the very first time. 5 world premieres of 5 new plays. So I think we should start by reviewing the suggestions that our contributing audience members gave. You'll each tell us your individual suggestions as you come up to introduce your plays, but there were 4 suggestions that we gave you that you all needed to incorporate into your plays. And those were, Ken, you're going to help me with this. The first one was
a wolf.
Someone.
A wolf is heard howling from off stage.
Yes. And the second one was someone gives someone a trombone.
Yes.
I believe. The third one was
a character recites an original poem about green beans.
And the fourth and final, I believe, was someone gives birth.
Yes.
Is that right?
That is it.
I'm so sorry, my friends. What were we thinking? That isn't what you were tasked with tonight. You put them all together and you think, we thought it was a fun show. Actually, it was a torture chamber. We get to hear these plays. Believe it or not. Who do we hear from first, Ken?
Laura Livingston.
Yay!
All right. My suggestion was the warning, don't chew gum in bed. And my play starts with Kat Coppett on stage. And Heather, you are off stage at the beginning of the play. And I will read some stage directions, but I'll let Kat and Heather see if they can do without most of my stage directions. I'll be the wolf. An elderly woman is lying in bed. She reaches over to her nightstand and gleefully picks up a packet of chewing gum.
Ha! Does your chewing gum lives your flavor on the bedpost overnight? When your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Ah, heaven, I'm in heaven.
The door opens and in
my
comes
heart beats so little.
Beverly? Oh dear, Beverly, what are you choking on?
Nothing. I was so excited to see you.
Oh, Beverly, I'm so excited to see you too. Let me look at you.
Ow.
Yep.
Bertram?
Oh, is that?
Yes.
Bertram?
Yes, it is. He came with me.
Bertram is here?
He insisted on coming. He said he'd never forgive me if I kept you all to myself. He's real now.
And he can talk?
Yes. It turns out you were right about that all along.
Ah, Bertram. Hey there, Little Riding Hood. You sure are good looking.
I've wanted to tell you for so long how glad I am that you became a singer.
Oh, you. I didn't know if you knew. I started so late after I retired from teaching.
You were born a teacher, but music, it has always brought something out in you.
I didn't know you could hear me.
I always listened.
I have to tell you something. Just before you came in, I was chewing gum in bed.
I know.
That's why I choked on.
Yes.
You're not mad?
No, of course I'm not mad.
Does he want to come in?
He asked to keep guard outside. He may be howling a warning. No, everything seems to be fine. He was just reminding me to give you this.
A trombone?
Yes.
I don't know how to play a trombone.
Try it.
I have had congestive heart failure.
It's okay. It's not a real trombone.
Oh, okay, great.
Why did you stop?
Why do you look so young? I remember you older. You got older.
That's right. I did get older, but this is how you always think of me when you need me, when you're worried or wondering how you're going to get through a rough time, when you think no one loves you. This is how you think of me.
I never stopped needing you. I didn't ever tell you because you always thought a good parent helps their kid not needing them anymore. You were a good mom, but I never stopped needing you.
Green beans are the thing with the strings, potatoes have eyes, and beets keep the rhythm, but green beans play the songs that everyone sings. I wrote that for you.
I didn't know that.
Well, no, you wouldn't. I thought of it in your grandmother's garden back when she was still alive.
I remember her garden. When I was little, I thought the vegetables had too much flavor. I liked the canned stuff better.
Kids are something.
Why didn't you tell me about the green bean poem?
Oh, I didn't write it until after I was dead. I was celebrating your singing career and how you kept that song going. Here, I'll play the trombone. You sing the green bean song.
Green beans are the things with the strings. Potatoes have eyes and beets keep the rhythm. But green beans play the songs that everyone sings.
That was wonderful.
Mama, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't come home when you were sick. I didn't know how bad it was going to be. I've missed you every moment since.
Me too.
And I chewed gum in bed tonight. You told me never to do that, and I never did. But tonight, a nurse gave me a pack, and it smelled too good to resist.
Yes! Bertram, we hear her crying. It's a new baby, Bev, over in the maternity ward.
Bertram says they named her Beverly.
Yes.
I'm sorry I chewed gum. I never did before.
I know, sweetheart.
You always said I could choke to death.
Yes. I'm glad you waited till now.
I choked to death?
Yes. And I'm so happy.
Me too.
Let's go. Bertram is waiting.
Beverly rises, and she is mom joyfully exit. The end.
That was beautiful. That was lovely, Laura. Thank you so much. And so beautifully read. Thank you, actors. All right. Michael Durkin, please take the screen.
Okay. I've named my play, and the last thing I did was name it, and it's named In a Vacuum. And the title, I think, is better than the play. But nevertheless, let's do the play. It's two characters, and a husband and wife. And the wife, for the first two lines, you're off screen or off stage. But other than that, I think we're ready to go with the world premiere. Oh, my suggestion was vacuuming the house. Vacuuming the house. So, without further ado or foolishness, In the Vacuum.
What in the hell is this attachment? It looks perverse. Okay, alrighty, let's get to work. I made the bargain, now I've got to seal the deal. Okay. Jesus, the cord's awfully short. This does not seem to be a particularly good design. I don't think I can do more than a couple of feet radius here without unplugging the damn thing, going to another outlet, and wait, problem. Just let me get this extension cord here. Yes, now, where's that extension? Oh, here it is. Then just plug the vacuum. Oh, look at that. There's more cord inside the vacuum. Jesus, I'm glad she didn't see that.
Sweetie, I'm going to be leaving pretty soon. Is there anything you need from me before I go?
No, I think I can vacuum the house all by myself. It's not rocket science. It's a simple piece of machinery that sucks up dirt into a bag.
There's no bag, Arlo.
There's no bag? Where the hell does the dirt go if there's no bag? Of course there's no bag. I guess I was thinking of the old machine. I remember having to empty the bag every couple of weeks, huh?
I would just throw out the bag when it got full. The bags just got thrown out and then I put in a new bag.
Of course. Now I remember. Oh, it's great this new machine has so many attachments. That's Janine, isn't it? Why does she have to be so eccentric? A regular car horn would certainly be less obtrusive. A wolf howl? I mean, how does a wolf howl sound alert another car to some dangerous situation?
Arlo, you're going to be all right. I'm really looking forward to today's tennis match with Janine. We've been practicing so much over the last couple of weeks and I feel pretty pumped up. I didn't know you were going to invite your boss over for dinner tonight, or I would have done some of the housework yesterday.
The match has been set for weeks, and it was my dumbness that let me get cornered by him. My fault. It's my responsibility to get things in order. So I'll straighten up the house, and you win the match. Pick up some steaks, and I'll grill.
I'll pick up some salad fixings as well. Should I get... What are you doing, sweetie?
I'm just hooking up the floor thing to go over the rug.
That's the upholstery attachment, just for the chairs. You'd have to get down on your hands and knees in order for that to be effective.
Oh, no, I was going to go over the chairs and then do the floors with the right attachment. I'll just click this in here and off I go. When I hear the click, I'll start doing the chairs.
Are you sure you're going to be all right here? I could do a quick run around.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure about this attachment, but I'll...
Oh, that's Kevin's trombone. You're joking with me.
Yes. Yes, of course, joking. I know my son's trombone. I just didn't recognize it laying there next to the vacuum. Jesus, will she stop that goddamn wolf horn? The neighbors are going to get pissed.
Sweetie, you're getting anxious, and I know it's about your job and your boss coming over, but don't worry. They're lucky to have you, and they know it. Just breathe.
You know how important this is for me, but I work through by doing the vacuuming. I breathe and do the simplest of things. Just roll around the house and suck up dirt and breathe. Breathing will probably be easier when there's less dust, right?
Now you're thinking. I have to run, but Janine will and I will take them in straight sets and I'll be back soon. Don't worry, everything will be all right. As long as you attach the hose, not where it seems lest the vacuum spits out dirt like a bunch of green beans. Wait a second. As long as you attach the hose, not where it seems, lest the vacuum spits out like a bunch of green beans. You remember me reading that silly poem in the vacuum direction? If you connect the hose where you were going to connect it, then you turn it on and it acts like a sprayer, and all the dirt that's in the contain will get sprayed out all over the place.
The contain?
That's where all the dirt goes when you suck it out. And then you empty the contain, is what they call it.
The contain. The contain. I don't think I can do this, Cheryl. It's way more complicated than I ever thought. Whatever happened to simplicity? A vacuum cleaner bag. You filled it up and then you emptied it. No, I remember now. You threw it away and got a new one. Oh, God, why did I ever say to come over without checking with you? I am such a pushover.
Arlo, sweetie, you must relax. You have 8 hours before your boss gets here. Here's what's important to you. Clean the grill. You love cleaning the grill. Knock off the grease drippings on the fake charcoal things. Do that. Then get out some pictures of the kids. You want to show off Kevin's jazz band. And what about Linda's pictures she emailed from the hospital? Your new grandson. And Arlo Webster. The Arlos go on. And then relax. I'll be home in plenty of time to get things straightened out. If not, we'll force your boss to take us over to his house and see what shape that's in. It'll be fine. God, that horn is starting to annoy me. I'll be back soon. I love you.
I love you so much. Thanks. A contain? Give me a break.
Curtain. You guys are brilliant. Just brilliant.
That was a ton of fun. Thank you for casting me in that. All right, Heather Adams.
Heather, getting out of here.
Thank you very much. The title of my play is also my suggestion. It's called Man and Aardvark, starring Ken and Emmy. Take it away.
Shoot! Go away! Get thee hence! What? What do you want? You know I can't understand you. Never mind. What am I doing?
Really nothing useful.
Excuse me?
If you were smart, maybe you'd head over to that oasis and get something to drink.
What oasis? I didn't see it. Stop. I don't even know what you are, but you can't talk.
That's rude. Obviously, I can talk.
But you're an animal.
An aardvark.
What?
I'm an aardvark.
I'm hallucinating.
I think it's pronounced human.
No, I'm hallucinating.
I don't know what a hallucinating looks like, but okay.
Why are you talking to me?
Fine, I'll go.
Wait, you're really leaving?
Yeah, I'm not going to stay around someone who yells for no good reason. My ears are too big for that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Please don't go.
Why not?
Please.
Do you need help?
No.
Then I'll go.
Wait, yes, I need help.
Well, maybe I don't want to help you now.
You have to help me. You're a magical aardvark.
I'm not magical. I'm just a regular aardvark.
But you're talking.
So?
Only humans can talk.
You're very closed-minded.
Fine, whatever. Just tell me where you said there was water.
Oh, you think you might be dehydrated?
Shut up. Where's the oasis?
Well, really, why should I tell you?
Because if you don't, I'll pin you to that rock and choke you until you give in.
Oh, good luck figuring out where to put that chokehold. Do you need to block off the top of my nose, the middle, the neck?
I'm bigger than you.
I'm smarter than you.
Why are you being an asshole?
I'm not an asshole. I'm an aardvark.
Clearly, aardvarks can be assholes.
You're the one who showed up on my land, wandering around like a fool, then yelling and insulting the one thing out here that wanted to help. You know, the anteater said I was being insane coming out to you like this. He said you'd kill me on the spot.
You don't find me some food and water soon enough, and I still might.
All right. Okay. That's enough. Goodbye.
Yeah, good riddance.
A wolf is heard howling from off stage, and the aardvark stops.
Why are you still standing there?
You'll die.
So
I'm an empathic being, unlike you.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means I'd rather you make sure that you survive than run off knowing I'll live a perfectly happy life, but knowing that you'll die. Damn it. Antsy was right.
What? You mean like you care about me?
Well, not so much.
Thanks.
But I assume someone does.
Well.
Right?
Sure.
Right. And I've lost a fellow Vark or two. I know how that feels. I don't want your other people, your other humans to have to go through that. So
you care about my friends who you've never met?
Okay, sure. I guess I do.
Well, there's no need. I lied.
Oh, you? Really?
I don't have any friends.
You? Really?
All right. I get it.
I'm sorry, that was low-hanging fruit. Why don't you have any friends?
This isn't a therapy session.
The aardvark reveals a trombone.
Here, use this.
Where the hell did you get a trombone?
I carry it with me at all times.
You are not just a regular aardvark.
Of course I am.
Clearly. Okay, never mind.
Play the trombone.
I don't know how to play the trombone.
Just try it. It'll make you feel better.
No, I'll look stupid.
In front of who?
That anteater's around here somewhere.
Don't worry. She's heard worse.
How is blowing into a trombone going to make me feel better?
It's a magical trombone.
I knew it. You are not just a regular aardvark.
Don't be silly. I'm a regular aardvark with a magical trombone. Keep up, man.
Why do I try?
The trombone will help you find what you're looking for.
I'm looking for food and water. You could show me where that is without making a fool out of me with this ridiculous trombone.
Do not insult the trombone. The trombone is your friend.
Oh, good. Then at least I have the one.
The trombone will help you find your voice.
I know how to use my voice.
I don't mean your voice. I mean your inside voice.
What the hell does it do? How does it do that?
It's magic, man. What don't you get about this?
I don't believe in magic. Not really.
Well, you believe in me, don't you?
That's getting kind of deep. We just met, fella.
I only meant you believe I exist.
Sure.
I'm proof that the trombone works.
And how's that?
It saved my life.
What?
There was a time in my life when things got really dark. A bunch of our trees had been cut down. Not that there were that many left to begin with, but a lot of those special aardvarks I was talking about, they weren't around anymore. I saw that trombone in a dream, and the next morning there it was, and I used it, and out the other end it sang this song. Green beans, small and fragile. Green beans, down the Nile. Beans will come and beans will go, but only you will stay and grow. I needed that. And so do you. I knew at the end of that song there was only magic enough for one more use on that thing. You should have it.
I haven't done anything to earn that.
You shouldn't have to do something just to earn some help in your darkest hour. We all need that sometimes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here, take it.
I can't. I don't need to. I think maybe you were my magic trombone today, and you should keep that. Maybe you can use it to find your next special aardvark.
I understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here, the oasis is just right here.
Oh, wow. How did I not see that?
It's magic. You only see it when the water wants you to.
Right. And you're just a regular aardvark.
I really am.
Mm.
Just go ahead and drink. You must be so dehydrated.
Thanks. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, I needed that. Thank you so much. You know, if I'm being really honest, I was in a pretty dark place myself just now. Maybe I didn't see the water here because part of me didn't want to. Wow. I never even thought that out loud before. It's scary. But I'm glad you're the one who heard it. You are a good friend. No? Oh, come on. A regular hardvark, huh? Of course. Well, thanks anyway.
Off stage, the anteater gives birth. End of play.
I love that twist at the end.
I saw it coming.
Beautiful reading, you guys. Thank you.
You know, I'll tell you, I was really confused until the birth. Then it all made sense.
It really ties it all together.
It really tied it up with a bow. Excellent job. That was brilliant and awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Who is next?
I think
it's Emmy Layborn.
Great. My play is called The Cheetah and the Puffin. Oh, and now I will black out and leave at the top of this. Oh, I've got just two things to say to the actors. At the top of this, we should only be seeing Clarice and Puffy. And also the poem is by Puffy. Puffy says the poem. I accidentally messed up. I took away his slug line. So Puffy, you will be reading the green bean poem. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, The Cheetah and the Puffin. Manhattan, East Side, in the future. There's graffiti on the walls and some shop windows are boarded up. Puffy and Clarice, a brother and sister in their 70s, stand huddled in a doorway next to a Starbucks. Their clothes are fancy but shabby, showy in a Fifth Avenue way, but bedraggled. The Starbucks is business as usual and seems unblighted by turmoil.
It'll be easy, darling.
Perhaps you've forgotten how the barista shamed me last time, said, I know your game.
She said no such thing.
Get out of here, you old fraud.
Really, Puffy? Must you be so dramatic?
Oh, she might as well have kicked me on the seat of my pants.
I'm going to kick you on the seat of your pants if I don't get some caffeine.
Clarice removes a used Starbucks cup from a Louis Vuitton handbag. It's stained and slightly crushed from being in her bag.
Do it. You're better than me, Puffy.
Is it still in there?
Yes. It's the biggest bug we've caught yet. Just do it. Go.
A wolf is heard howling from offstage.
The wolves!
They don't own Fifth Avenue. You get the coffee.
Oh, aren't you frightened of them? They terrify me.
I can fight them off as well as you can.
Can we run the lines?
Yes, fine. Welcome to Starbucks.
I hate to bring this to your attention, but I found this creature floating at the bottom of my cup.
It's good.
Really?
Oh, yes. Much better than yesterday. Hop to it. Off you go.
For you, sister. I do it for you.
The wolves enter. This is a gang of MILFs. They wear fur coats, hats, and muffs. Only the furs are ratty and falling apart.
Clarice Worthington, I thought you and your brother got run out of town.
I'm right here, Melissa.
The wolves spread out around Clarice. Melissa sees Puffy through the window in Starbucks, who he's arguing with the barista.
You running the cockroach scam? Good luck.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oops. I'll read that line. That's wolf number 2. Yeah, right, she don't. Look how her hands are shaking.
Jonesing, huh? Poor thing. You're running the wrong angle. Jeanette, hand it to me.
One of the wolves hands her a trombone. Melissa starts to play. She's terrific. Several passersby stop to listen. A little girl dances. One of the wolves sets a Fendi handbag on the street. The pedestrians toss a few coins into the bag.
I used to have that bag.
Get in on it then. Sing a song, Clarice. She was the second soprano in the choir at First Presbyterian.
A third wolf rushes to the front of the pack, gushing.
Oh my goodness, now I know where I know you from. I remember your solo from The Messiah in 2014. It was astonishing.
Thank you. Truly, I'm afraid those days are far gone now.
Puffy comes out of Starbucks. He has 2 hot cups of coffee.
Triumph!
I can't believe it.
They fell for the cockroach scam?
Leave us alone, wolves. Let us drink in peace.
That coffee smells wonderful.
Couple.
Oh.
Can I have a sip?
No, scat.
You need to join forces with us. Together we'll rule the Upper East Side.
Never.
Melissa bares her fangs, but wolf number 3 stops her.
No, Melissa.
Paulette, don't you dare contradict me in front of the enemy.
They're not the enemy. They're just like us. They're artists.
We were artists once. Now we're just 2 Park Avenue con artists.
Think about joining us, Clarice, or else.
Or else what, exactly?
Melissa stalks up and snatches the fox stole off of Clarice's shoulders. The wolves howl.
How did you do it?
They didn't fall for the roach thing, and I started to cry.
Oh, Puffy.
And then I asked if I could pay for 2 cups with a poem.
Melissa.
I told you they love art around here.
What was the poem?
Green beans roast in the sun. Green beans, turn them till they're done. Grind them until they are fine. Smell them, they're divine. The next thing you must do is run hot water through. Don't put them in a mixer. You will have a heavenly elixir called coffee.
That is an amazing poem.
It hopped into my head, fully formed, like God wanted us to have these 2 cups of coffee.
They drink. The wolves look on, envious, drooling. Then wolf number 3 cries out.
Oh! The baby! It's coming!
Here now?
Right now!
Wolf number 2 takes her pulse.
Wow! Her pulse is slow, sluggish.
Do you need something to quicken the labor?
They all eye the coffee.
No.
Yes.
Puffy holds his cup out. Wolf number 3 waddles forward and takes it. The wolves start to howl.
Suckers!
The wolves, careful not to spill, run away.
You're a softie.
Yes, it's true.
They share the remaining coffee, and somewhere in the distance, trombone music begins to play. Thank you. You guys were amazing.
Fun.
Ensemble.
Awesome job. Awesome job. All right. My friends, we have one more play left, and that is from Mr. Byron Lane. Before we hear Byron's play, let me take a moment to tell everybody that after the last play, after Byron's play, we are going to stick around for anybody who wants to and have a talk back, a chat. All the writers are going to come on screen. Everybody who wants to can come on screen and chat with us. And we'll spend just about 10 or 15 minutes. You'll get a chance to ask questions to the writers if you like about their process or about their work outside of Right Away, anything you want. So after our next play, stick around and join us for our talk back. And now for our final play, please welcome back to the screen for his debut performance with Right Away, Byron Lane.
Hey, all right, thanks, friend. All right, so my suggestion was Dill Pickle Farm, and there's not much you need to know. It's pretty simple. It involves, it starts out with a husband and wife, Henry and Liz, in a little old car.
Oh, okay, Liz, you comfy?
Nope.
Seatbelt on?
Yes, yes, I'm ready.
Gotta keep my lady and our future baby comfy.
Thank you. I can't believe it's any day now.
We got this.
I'm so excited. I'm getting warm. Is the air on?
It's on. Yes. I don't know why it's not cool yet. Give it a minute.
Henry, I'm so glad we're doing this. I know having a date night is not what you want to be doing.
Honey. Why spend an evening watching award-winning, compelling, heart-stopping television when I can take you on a surprise adventure?
I haven't eaten all day.
What? Well, all day? You're pregnant. Why not?
Because of date night.
Well, when does a date night not involve dinner?
But
you said secret adventure. You didn't say dinner.
When does a date night not involve dinner?
You asked for a secret adventure. I mean, if I took you to dinner, that would be very secret.
Will there be food involved at all?
Well, yeah, there's an element of food involved.
I swear this air conditioning is not working at all.
You should have just said you wanted dinner.
Can you slow down?
Well, you're the only one who seems in such a hurry to get this whole thing over with.
Oh, please, don't turn this on me. You're the whole reason we need a date night.
A wolf is heard howling off stage.
Please tell me that was your stomach.
Where are we going, Henry? This is the middle of nowhere.
It's a surprise.
You know what else will be a surprise if you don't tell me? Our divorce.
I'm taking you to.
Yes?
We're going to.
Yes?
You're gonna hate it.
I trust you.
A dill pickle farm.
I hate you.
You love pickles.
I had one slice from one pickle on one hamburger the other day. The first pickle I probably had in years. And you're making that the crown jewel of the repair of our relationship?
Repair? You said it was just to make things fresh.
You're making a dill pickle farm the crown jewel of the refreshing of our relationship. Why are you stopping?
We're here.
The air conditioning is definitely not working.
Do we go forward or not?
With the date night?
With us?
Yes. Yes, we do. Because if it doesn't work out, this will make for the perfect story.
Oh, nice.
And everyone will be like, of course you had to dump him over a dill pickle farm. Yeah.
Henry speeds through a gate and parks at Uncle Benny's dill pickle farm. They exit the car.
This is it.
You're not impressed?
It's one little shack.
An older man emerges from the shack.
Hey, this shack is my home.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. My wife is a nightmare in the speaking department.
My husband is a nightmare in the thinking a pickled cucumber will solve our marriage problems department.
I'm Uncle Benny. This is my farm. You've actually come to just the right place. Step inside my office. I promise you won't end up sliced to bits in a big jar with onion and brine. That's just a little pickling humor. Come in.
Henry and Liz enter the shack and sit at a kitchen table. Uncle Benny hands Henry a trombone.
Hold this.
Oh, I haven't played in years.
This is not to play. Feel it. Feel the curves. Feel the crevices. It's worn but sturdy, respectable, and makes a beautiful sound when played properly. This is just like your wife, yeah.
Henry looks sweetly to Liz. Benny now hands Liz a huge cucumber.
Oh my.
And this cucumber is just like your husband.
It's really not.
It's a dumb vegetable.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm starting to see it.
It's flavorless with an unappetizing shell, but with care, with equal parts vinegar and molasses. It can be the most amazing delight you've ever experienced.
Oh, Henry, did you plan all this?
Oh, no, it was just the first thing that popped up on Google a few minutes before we left home.
That'll be $85.
Shit, $85 for what?
That whole damn speech about love, including props.
What, Henry, I'm not worth $85?
No.
Your visit here today comes with a jar of dill pickles.
One jar? Is this even a real farm?
It says it on the sign out front, doesn't it?
Green beans. Long and safe, they snap in two. Happy and healthy, how about you? Green beans always protect their pods. It means they're in love. Them's the odds. My grandma used to read that to me at night. You could say she had a green bean farm. Not as fancy as this, but growing things, putting it all in the hands of Mother Earth. A fate, it brought her much joy. I'm glad that fate brought us here today.
That's really sweet, my darling. I'm sorry about all of this. Maybe we could all use a little time getting grounded.
Oh, I'm so touched you got so much out of this. Well, now the fee is $95.
Ah, for God's sakes.
Pay the lady, Henry. Either this jar of pickles is leaking or my water just broke.
End of play. Crazy.
Wah, wah.
Hey, my friends, why don't we all take a big bow for the audience on the count of three? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, audience.
Thanks, everyone.
Yay.
This is so fun.
Well, this is not the end of the fun. We are doing this monthly. Our next performance is April 19th. Ken and I will be writing. Lisa Thompson, who is part of our amazing audience and gave us some of her suggestions, and Laura Valkby, who is also with us, will be returning as playwrights. And Craig Pops, help me, Ken. I don't want to say it wrong. Pops.
I'm going to turn that over to Laura. Laura, tell us about our next guest.
Well, I'm going to say his name is Pospisil, Craig
Pospisil, and he's been here, audience, with you all night as well.
Oh,
that is awesome.
Well, let me just tell you a little bit about him, so you'll all come rushing back next month. He's been nominated for the Heidemann Award. He's been a finalist actually 6 times. He got the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival Award for excellence in playwriting. His play that he wrote with Arlene Hutton and Lynn Handeman, people we know from having been on this show, got the New York International Fringe Festival Award for overall excellence. And his daughter is one of our first grade students that we teach with the Always Say Yes Kid. And that was total happenstance. I just recognized his last name because I had to work so hard to spell it right.
All right. Well, I can't wait until next week. And now, my friends, we are going to start our talk back. So if you are leaving us, thank you so much for being here tonight. If you are ready for the talk back, come on screen, everybody. Turn your microphones on, turn your camera on. Let's get a chance to chat and talk and meet our playwrights. Hello, Lisa Thompson. Welcome, welcome. And Chris is here and Deborah is here. Karen Harrell is here.
Hey, Karen. Hey, Chris.
Hey, I'm here and I'm featuring Byron's book.
Oh yeah, let's
Chris!
do it.
Oh, I have it too.
Oh, look
Chris!
at that.
So nice. Thanks, friend.
That
How
cover
awesome.
design is killer, Byron. I just love it.
I got really lucky, and a friend of mine was able to design it, and he made balloons because he said that the character inspired by the Carrie Fisher character was, what were the words he used? Like to, among other things, like to get high. So.
Like
Well,
balloons.
Byron, as long as you are talking and you are a first timer with us tonight, why don't we kick things off by asking you, how did that experience match up to your expectations?
It was great. Chris had told me about this program, and I had watched some before we all met. And so my expectations were that it would be really fun and that you guys are all amazingly talented writers and performers. And that was my experience. I had a great time. Of course, in the middle of it, I'm thinking, God, I wish I had more hours, more days, more weeks to make something a little better. But it was nice to have the crunch. It's kind of fun to get your adrenaline going.
Well,
That was a pickle pun, right?
Yes, right? You get it.
Byron, I'll ask you one more question, but then this will also be a question for the rest of the group as well. And then after that, if anybody has questions, please just raise your hand and let me know. And that question is, since you write, you have written that novel and now you did this, when you are forced to write improvisationally as you were today, does it flow more easily than when you have the opportunity to sit at your desk and think and fret?
The thinking and the fretting actually takes up so much of my time. So I do tend to just go. And I mean, this was mostly like, little one-liners here and there, not a big deal. Like looking at some of your scripts, I'm like, wow, you've given these characters ages and backstories and like health conditions and there are mysteries, and the wolf thing is genius, and the aardvark what? So mine's really simple compared to all this stuff. But so I just kept it simple and tried to have fun.
Yes, and I will open that up, but there was a question from Lisa Thompson that I meant to ask myself. I'm sorry, Laura?
I have the same question.
Yeah, and so the question is, was your character pregnant from the beginning, and was that just a happy coincidence, or did you add that at the last moment after receiving the final prompt?
I added it at the last moment with great concern because she hadn't eaten all day. The husband's got her in a hot car. The marriage isn't going well. Then there are things I don't know about pregnant. Like, can you wear a seatbelt? So I was like, I don't, So anyway, but I just tried to. So yeah, when I got the suggestion, I just added at the end and then went back and made her pregnant at the beginning.
Awesome. All right. So I opened that question, not the pregnancy question, but the writing process question, up to any of the other writers or anybody who has a question for anybody.
I would just like to say and find out if this bothers other people, but I feel like whenever I'm writing something, Byron just made me think of it. I really realize how much I don't know. It just seems like there is so much I don't know, and I've now like been so long. My career has been so long, not being a normal career, that I think like there's just this huge swath of things like, what's it like to have a normal career? How do people work with that? How do you get going writing something about, like accountants or box stores or?
I always write first and research. I write, then I research, and then I write again. But I find if I spend too much time researching before I get started, it can get in the way of the original impulse. So sometimes you have to make things work. And it's better to sort of not know what you're getting into until after you've expressed the plot point that you want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I do love to research, but I sort of feel like the research provides me with some of the set dressing for a story, whereas I want the you know, the stage directions. I'm going with a theater analogy here. I want the actors to have their lines and to know where they're moving on the stage. And then the research provides the set the setting, the props. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. In fact, I feel like I want to like start writing something about something I want to go do or see, you know, like, could you please take me on the hike up this volcano, because I'm doing research for my play, or, you know, could you let me inside the Vatican or whatever? It's for research.
Well, you know, people are extremely interested to talk about their businesses. So if you actually like called somebody up and said like, you know, oh, you know, I'm, you know, in the New York theater, I'm thinking of writing a play on such and such. If it isn't like, you know, eating lobster fed steak or something really, that's an obvious scam, you know, you would be able to, you know, you won't be able to shut them up.
I had something that happened for the first time tonight, and that was I was going along with the story and thinking to myself, and you know, I have no idea what the reaction to my play was, but I thought, I don't know where this is going, and I would look at my phone and just wait. Give me some guidance. Send me someplace. Because right now, I'm talking about vacuum cleaners, and I am bored to tears. So, please, I hope somebody has a baby. Oh, good! Oh, good! So, that was new to me. I'm usually like, I get freaked out a little bit by the suggestions, and tonight I just, please, give me some place to go. So.
Well, that is an interesting question for anybody who is a writer out there. We should mention that Chris Marcel is a professional television writer as well. So don't be shy, my talented friend. And the question is, when you are writing your own work on your own schedule, how much do you outline? How much do you know your plot before you start writing? Or how much do you just let the characters take it away and see where they take you?
I usually outline almost entirely before I start writing, depending on exactly how the impulse came about. If it's a particular scene, then that's a different story. But doing right away for, God, I don't know, have we been doing this almost a year now? Let's not think about it. It's been really cool because it's sort of shown me this new way to get into things that is really fun. So whenever I can, I try to just dig into a single scene that I have in my mind and just let the impulse go on the page. But usually I'm very outline focused. So it's fun to do it more spontaneously sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to use an outline. I write for a novel, I'll write a long outline with detailed beats for every scene. And partially that's just because I love 3-act structure and I just want everything to feel beginning, middle, and end. And also I got some of my training at UCLA as a screenwriter. So that's also the paradigm I'm coming at. But I'll tell you a quick anecdote, which is when I started as a young adult novelist back in 2012, every panel, you as an author, you get invited to panels, which is super fun. So at that point, I was so excited. I would read all the books of the panelists. And I only had a few panels, so I could do that. So I had this one giant panel at Books of Wonder in New York. There are like 8 panelists on it. And I had read all the books. And this is a great question that you always hear at a book event like that. So somebody in the audience asked, hey, do you outline or do you just fly by the seat of your pants? And the term for that is, are you a plotter or a pantser? That was asked to the 8 of us. And as all the people went down, I thought in my head, plotter, pantser, plotter, pantser, because the books that the people had written an outline for were much better. And the ones that they'd pantsed were a mess. And I just knew it. I mean, this panel just happened to roll that way, but I could predict each person And so ever since then, I've especially, always written an outline.
Very interesting. Thank goodness you knew what pantser meant. It could have been a more embarrassing answer.
It could have been, but now Byron, maybe you're about to say that you pants all your books.
No. I'm a big
No.
outliner. Yeah.
Yeah, you're an outliner.
Yeah. And Chris, you too? Were you gonna?
Yeah, I mean, because especially, just the discipline of writing for TV, especially like network TV, it's like where you had to write it to time. And so like you can't, like you have to know, because it has to be this length. So you kind of have to, and you can always kind of depart from the outline. It's just like you can still have that freedom, but you also like have less of this like kind of large scale panic that like I don't even have a clue of what my story is. But I teach a writing class at USC, and I'll say like when they're off on script, it's just like you have your outline, but when you write it, you're gonna make changes. And also if you get into a scene and it's hard to write and you're having trouble, or you're having trouble moving the story, like you have to listen to kind of what the script is telling you about what your story is.
Mm-hmm. So true.
Maybe we'll have just another few minutes here. So do any of the writers have anything you want to ask each other, or questions about your play that you would like to ask the audience, or any other questions from anybody?
How did the first act go?
I thought it went really well, but that's just me bragging. So I'll have to let the other people answer that question. I think what they're trying to say is it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was stellar.
I always, when I'm one of the writers set out of the room in this show, it seems so odd to have like a major part in a show and have no idea about half of it. And like we're the only people who just don't know what went on.
Yeah.
I have a question for the audience, if I may.
Yes, please.
Just one question. We were sort of brainstorming. We have a dress rehearsal for this show. We were all just chatting about the format and stuff. And I had the idea to maybe bring in a famous actor and have each of us write a role for this famous actor in our little play. I thought that might be fun to see, 5 plays with Kevin Hart. I know we can't get Kevin Hart, but just, like he's going to be in all 5 of these plays. Does that seem like that would be a fun experience to the audience members?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sure.
It would be a challenge for us, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially Kevin Hart.
You know Kevin Hart?
No, I'm just saying I think I would be interested to see like how folks write for Kevin Hart.
And it's parallel, having the same prompts go to the different plays, the same prompts play out in different ways. Having a character do that same parallel thing would be interesting.
Yeah. Does anybody know Kevin Hart? That's
That's the next question.
I know Al Pacino. No, I don't.
Really?
No, I don't. Can you imagine Al Pacino?
All right, my friends, I think it is time to wrap this up and say goodnight. Thank you all in our audience for being here. Playwrights, thank you so much for your time and talent. You are awesome. What a wonderful show tonight. Everybody, please stay safe and stay warm and dry and comfortable. And we will see you all at our next Right Away.
I am. Goodbye, Byron.
Good awesome work, everyone.
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
Al.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Al.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Awesome job, everybody.
Woohoo!
You folks rock.
Screen to share that pretend video. I don't know. It's not there for me to share.
That's okay. Honestly, I'm sorry. I think I forgot to make room for that, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Oops. Ah, there we go.
Laura, you'll appreciate this. Are you aware of the Netflix original series called Lupin, Lupin?
No, uh-uh.
It's a good series. Karen and I are 2 episodes into it. It's about a thief and the very clever heists that he pulls off and the deeper reason beneath why he does that. It's all based on a series of books from the early 1900s called Arsène Lupin, Gentleman Thief. And they are like these Sherlock Holmes-esque stories, but rather than being the master detective, he's a master thief, and it's all very fun. And then in the late, it's short stories, and then in like 6 stories in, Sherlock Holmes comes in order to try to solve the crime. But then what happened in the author's life is that he did not have permission to use Sherlock Holmes. Like there was a copyright issue, but he just, because this was all back, I guess, when Arthur Conan Doyle still had the copyright for Sherlock Holmes. So then the next book he called Arsène Lupin versus Sherlock Sholmes. And Sherlock Sholmes is the detective who shows up, but he is exactly Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, and this is called Lupin on Netflix.
Lupin, yeah, Lupin. It is really good. Karen and I are 2 episodes into what I think is maybe an 8-episode miniseries, but so far we're really enjoying it. And if you're of a literary Victorian bent, as we seem to be, you and I, going back and reading some of the stories they're based on is interesting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 things to tell you.
Yes.
One is I just have to get this, like out of my head. I was directing, this has nothing to do with anything except me, and theater, but I was directing it, I've been directing online plays for this theater company in New York that does early American stuff. And he's been doing 1 a week, 1 acts. And he asked me, this was my 5th one, and he asked me to direct it. And it's by this playwright called Alfred Kreinborg, an American playwright. And he wrote back like in the 1918, 1920. And he's very, very symbolical. And, like he wrote a play in which the curtain was a character. And this play, he said, the movements are stylized and abrupt, and it was 2 men, and he actually says, the audience is looking through 3 windows. I thought like perfect for Zoom. And it's 2 guys, and they're drinking. One of them's going to get married the next day, and the waiter is waiting on them in the middle window, and they end up committing suicide.